obviously this, a match with you and Rhea has been talked about, having it on a big stage for a long time. What would it mean for you to win the Elimination Chamber and for you guys to make that a reality this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's been a conversation a lot online of it, that being a dream match. Is definitely a dream match of mine. It always has been, and I feel like it's a huge match. I feel like Rhea Ripley and I, we've always been on the opposite sides of the mountain, racing towards that mountaintop. Our careers have been somewhat parallel in a way, so it would mean everything to me to be able to win an elimination chamber match. I feel like that's an opportunity for me to prove that I am at the top, that I am the face of this company, is validation for all the years of hard work that I've put in. I mean, to go in and go against someone like Rhea Ripley and be able to take that title off for her, it would mean everything to me, be a huge accomplishment. I would be able to stay undefeated at WrestleMania. I mean, I would be on top of the world. So I think that, going into Chamber, that's what's at the top of my mind right now. And going in and being a tag team champion and maybe going and having a tag team title match at WrestleMania, having two matches. I'm shooting for the stars here when it comes to Elimination Chamber.
Does it kind of blow your mind that you two have never had? I don't think you have ever had a real singles match on the main roster. I
Mm-mm.
think the one time was like a gauntlet match was the only
Yeah.
time you've been in the ring. Is that to have those the stars of your magnitude to have never crossed paths that way has to feel kind of weird?
I love it. I love the fact that we've never actually gotten to cross paths and have an actual real match. Our last matchup was, like you said, at the end of the gauntlet match. It was actually going into Elimination Chamber. And then we were in the ring together when I won the Royal Rumble. We were the final two. So we've been able to somewhat cross paths, but not fully. And I think that that's what makes it even bigger. I think that's what makes it even better. I think that that's what builds the anticipation even more. We've kind of been able to, just cross paths, but not go all the way there. So the fact that we haven't been able to do that yet, and maybe we'll be able to do it at WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all, that's what's in the back of my mind when I go into Elimination Chamber. And that's what I want. I think the fans want that. I want that. I'm gonna do everything that I can to make that happen.
Obviously, Jade is out now, but how did you guys go about kind of building chemistry, whether it be in the ring, outside of the ring, where it's two people that really didn't know each other, had never
Mhm.
worked, even like been in a match together? How did you guys go about kind of building that?
I mean, I think that just from the jump, we tried to work on the relationship outside the ring. Like you said, it was two people that really didn't know each other. I feel like for me, I really wanted to focus on just doing what I possibly could do to build this tag team division. I feel like I had been in the singles picture for so long and I had been able to accomplish a lot. So I was in a space where I was ready to, do something that where the focus wasn't all just on me and helping build the division and going and sharing that spotlight and doing something that was just bigger than just being about myself. And so I think that, having that mindset and going into it and us just trying to click from the very beginning to really elevate this division, like that was the main goal. And that's what, I went into it with. And so I think we were able to do that and really put some spotlight on the women's tag team division because we have a very, very talented tag team division. And I think we were able to do that. It got cut short, but I think that Naomi and I, we've been able to pick it up and we're having so much fun. And I think that when it clicks, and you're able to see that. And, you just take that momentum and you continue to elevate yourself, your partner in this tag team division.
Who came up with the idea for the Bring It On gear last week to kind of do that?
What's funny is that when Jade and I were in a tag team, I think it was Halloween time, and the conversation actually had came up then, but I think that we just didn't, it wasn't a perfect opportunity for it to happen because we felt like, maybe not for a match, because you got to be serious when you're going into the match. But then Naomi and I got together in a fan. They made a Bring It On gear, like inspired type of gear. And as soon as I saw it, I sent it straight to Naomi and we're like, we have to do this. And it always was just like kind of a talk, a conversation, and it just never actually came to light.
Right.
And for some reason, we're like, we have to do this. We have to do this. We pulling up on Liv and Raquel. We're gonna pull up on them, how they pulled up on them at Bring It On. And I think that Naomi and I, we just clicked so well, and we were able to have fun with it, but still be like super intimidating with it. And then we just roll with the punches. We're like, we have to do a TikTok. We have to do all of this.
Are you convinced that Liv and Raquel are the ones that attacked Jade?
I'm convinced at this point. Look, we've been asking for updates for what, 3 months at this point. We haven't gotten any feedback from anybody. And so we finally got the footage, and we've kind of had our own conversation of ruling out who it possibly could be. And they were definitely a suspect on our list. So as soon as we saw the video, um, like I was in the match. Naomi was right there, even Bailey, which she was on my suspect list, and Naomi was like, "Nah, it's not Bailey." Um, Everybody was there, like when it was happening, when she was put into the ambulance, and so to see the video footage and see Liv and Raquel walking from the parking lot, the same parking lot where they found her, like it, and it just makes sense. It makes so much sense to me. So. Yeah, yeah. That's we've been waiting for a clue. We've been waiting for a tip, and we finally got our tip. So we're gonna stand on business when it comes to our girl.
There was obviously a report yesterday that there were some women on the main roster who have kind of voiced some displeasure with how things have been booked, maybe the level of storyline that are being done there. From your experience, just what do you feel? How do you feel like the creative has been handled for the women's division or in your own experience so far?
I haven't really seen anything, honestly, to be honest with you. What I will say is that it's WrestleMania season. Everybody's fighting to get onto WrestleMania. It's the biggest time of the year. It's like our Super Bowl of the year. So everybody's wanting to be on WrestleMania. And what I will say is our roster is so stacked. We have so many talented women. I mean, we just saw that from the Royal Rumble, where you have women from the past, the present, the future, and every single woman that was in that match could have a WrestleMania caliber match. And so our roster is so stacked, and that is why I am happy that we got two new titles to really, showcase that talent. And right now it's a hectic time of the year, and everybody's just fighting to get onto WrestleMania. So it's just that's just how this time of the year is. And all I can say is that our roster is just so stacked, and it's we just need those opportunities to showcase that. And it's just going to keep getting crazier and crazier because there's more women from NXT that are going to get called up, and we're all just fighting to get to WrestleMania. And you know that's just natural feelings. If you don't want to be on WrestleMania, then why are you here? Everybody
Right.
wants to be on WrestleMania, so it's a natural feeling.
What do you think of Montez and Angelo's kind of new direction to kind of maybe finally kind of really sink their teeth into that heelish kind of darker side?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been here since the very beginning when they very first got together in NXT. I've seen everything that they've gone through, and they're a tag team that no matter what, they have stuck together through the wins, the losses, through not having a title for what, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
They haven't
yeah.
held gold, and they've still stuck together through frustrations, through people coming in, people leaving. And so I think that that says a lot about them and their bond, and I think that that's amazing, and I think that that's what's driving them right now. I think that they are doing what everybody is has been waiting for, and it's not necessarily, I don't know if it's a heel thing, a babyface thing. All I know is that they're hungry, and they gonna go after what they want, and they're determined to get it, and everything that they're doing is justified at this point. So I'm rooting for them, and the fans are rooting for them, and I'm just glad that they're actually now flipping a page, and they going after what they want, and we're all here for it.
Is getting a chance to be a heel something that you would think would be a challenge for you at some point in your career, just because of how would you see that as a challenge, just of how extended kind of a babyface run that you've, had here?
I don't think I would see it as a challenge. It's just something of, is it something that I really want? Is it something that I really feel like would benefit me in the long run? Or is it just doing something for the initial pop or the initial storyline? Like there needs to be a bigger picture there, because I do have such an extensive fan base when it comes to me being the baby face. And it's just something about being able to go out there and wrestle. And it's not just about trying to get this reaction. It's I have a purpose. There's meaning into what I do. And I think that being a baby face in this company, and also being a baby face that kind of stays there and stays, has the momentum for a very long time, and doesn't get stagnant. That's very hard to get. So when you get it,
Yep.
you want to hold on to that. And I think you want to hold on to that, but you
Yeah,
do. It's hard to get. So I think the easiest thing to do sometimes we start feeling stagnant is to like, okay, I'll just turn heel.
right.
And I don't want to take the easy way out. I don't think it'll be hard for me necessarily. I think it'd be very hard for my fans. It'd be very heartbreaking because if I'm heel, I'm going heel. I don't want to be the cool heel. I don't want to be the heel that gets cheered. So when I see people say like, I would love her as a heel, you're not supposed to say love and heel in the same sentence. So I don't think y'all realize what y'all asking for, okay? So, but no, I would want to be a heel that helps the baby faces and elevates the baby faces and really like, no, you do not like me. And I don't know if I'm ready for that, and I don't think the fans are ready for that.